Okay, welcome to this third video. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up this webbook from a subdomain. So we've already got web hosting, and we're going to go into the back end of our hosting, and we're going to set up a subdomain. So we're going to sign in to the customer portal. This is what this will look like when you are successful in getting web hosting. Go into the back end here. And then what we're after is domains. So we go to domains. And this is the area within the customer portal on this particular web host, HostGator, where we can manage our domains. So we've got one domain here. So we'll go in and have a look. There are the details of that particular domain. And this is all the back end information that you can change. So we've got details of the contact info. We've got the name server information here, which can come in really handy if you're looking to redirect. We've got all the basic information there. You've got domain locking, domain privacy. So that's not where we need to be. So let's see if we can find out where we have to be. Will probably be under hosting. Here we go. And it is from this screen that we will be doing most of our work. This will lead into the back end of the website. So when you are successful in securing web hosting and also domain registration, you'll come into the back end of your customer portal, and this here will allow you to make some changes. So some of the changes that you want to do will be WordPress. This is the install WordPress area. So you press that button and you'll get a WordPress installation underway. Then we come down here to add-on domains. So we click on that. And then this area here is for add-on domains. So in the last video, once we had gone through the form and then we'd set the URL that we wanted to have, that is the website name which comes up in the address bar, there was a range of other options. And from this screen here, you can set up add-on domains or a subdomain. So we're going to click through here. And we come through to this screen. This is very important. This has a lot of the things that we saw in the previous screen. So you've got your WordPress site builder just here. Now, this web host has its own website builder just here. There's a lot of techie stuff. FTP accounts. We've got forwarders. So just say you had one of those other add-on domains so that somebody clicked on it and you wanted it to be forwarded to your main website, forwarding is one feature that is hosted by your web host. So what we're interested in here is subdomains. So we're going to click on this one and we're going to create a new subdomain. So for teaching purposes, we have this domain here. That's the main one. And you might see this with a https ://www before it, and that would come up in the address bar up the top here. So this subdomain that we're going to use is actually for this very webbook that we're making here, and that is how to make a webbook tutorial, and we'll click the create button. Alright, so that subdomain has successfully been added to the main domain. So you got this area here, how to make a webbook tutorial, that's your subdomain, and the main domain is this one here. In this instance, one-on-one property blog.online. That's the main domain. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to set up this as a WordPress website. So just like you would when you're starting from scratch, you need to install WordPress. So we're going to select the domain, how to make a webbook tutorial, and we're going to click next. Blog title. Because WordPress is a blogging platform that is used by web designers, it will ask you in the settings to set up a blog title. So we're just going to call it the same as the website itself, how to make a webbook tutorial. And what we're going to do, you put in admin user, and then what we do is we just click that terms of service box, we hit install, and then what will happen is WordPress will install onto that subdomain. Okay, so it is asking for us to log in. So the best thing to do here is we should copy this information. Copy, actually, because that's the website. What we want to do is we want to hit Control C. We're going to start up a Word document and we're going to save this so we can come back to it, because we're going to need these logon credentials in the future. They're very important. So we'll go Control V, Control V, okay. We'll separate these. And we're going to save this as, make sure you've got a place on your desktop or within your document settings to save it. We'll give it a new name. How to make a webbook. And we'll put the logon credentials. We don't want to forget that. Always best to save this first up, and then we can come back and reuse it later on. Now, when you create from scratch a webbook, you'll go to your host, you'll pay for your hosting and your registration, and you will have an email come to you with important logon information regarding your web host, and you need to save that as well. So do the same thing. Once you get that email, copy it, paste it into a Word document, and then save it to the folder that is relevant to the webbook you're creating. So good file management is very important. Start off, create a folder that's related to your project, if it's a webbook or another type of website, and then put all the information associated with that together in the one folder, so you can go to it anytime you wish and all the information is going to be there. So that is that for the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to log in. Okay, so we can't do that right at the moment. Now, you may get this when you initially set up a subdomain or you initially set up your website. It hasn't propagated properly yet, so it's still working. So we'll go back. And we'll pick the baton up in the next video from the part where the website has been fully installed. WordPress is put on the subdomain. So it takes a little while to do that. It can take anywhere from half an hour to 4 to 5 hours to propagate. So we'll come back when that's done and we'll take things from there.